Hi, boys and girls. This week we're celebrating Earth Day on Wednesday, but some people call it Earth Week. And it's a great opportunity for us to just think of some ways that we can be extra kind to the world that we live in, and think about ways that maybe we can do a better job recycling, reducing what we use, and finding ways to reuse things. We do that when we create things out of old cardboard or maybe some old paper towel rolls. So we're going to read this book and talk a little bit more about this idea of going green. So this book is called Our Class is Going Green. And if you look closely, you'll see some drawings by boys and girls that were just the same age as you. This is actually written by a group of kindergartners. I'm going to show you the back. It says meet the authors. So they all worked together. I think they probably each, maybe they had a partner and they worked on a page together. So again, this is called Our Class is Going Green. It's got this special medal on it that says kids are authors. So let's take a look inside. All right. Our class is going green. No, not the color green. Our class is learning how to be kind to the earth, to make our environment a better place. Here are some ways we are going green. And look at here, look closely. I like this a lot. They did some work with different scraps. This looks like it's from a newspaper. It says reduce, reuse, recycle. And look at those beautiful illustrations. Walk to school instead of riding in a car. Not everybody can do that, but some kids who live really close to their school could do that. Wear our clothes in layers instead of turning the thermostat up to keep warm. Extra layers and maybe a blanket when you're hanging out. Take one napkin at lunch instead of a handful of napkins. Sometimes I do take extra napkins that I don't really need, but I save them. Maybe put them in my purse for later. Keep our classroom doors closed instead of letting the cold air in. That reminds me of the front of Paul Road with that flag there. Reuse old paper for class lessons and projects. Oh yeah, that's what we do in the classroom. Maybe you have an art or creation station with old scraps of paper instead of using new paper. Turn the water off after washing our hands instead of leaving the water running while we dry our hands. Help keep our playground clean instead of littering on the ground. Don't ever litter. Recycle our trash instead of throwing it away. I know you probably can think of some things that go into the recycle bin at your house. So maybe tell someone there one or two things that you recycle. We always recycle our milk jugs and our cans from soup and cardboard from old boxes, unless of course we're going to reuse it and make a project. Our class has learned how to make the world a better place. Now we are teaching everyone in our school to be green. And at the very back it says, think of ways you can take care of our environment and go green. So your teachers will be looking for your responses. Think about how you can do something to go green. Maybe it's something you're already doing, and then you could also think of something new. Maybe it's an idea that you got from this book. Our class is going green. And one more thought, maybe try to do some illustrations with scraps of paper like the boys and girls did in here. It looks to me like they did the background, maybe with some paint. If you don't have paint, you could use different colored crayons or colored pencils, or even green scraps if you had that. And then other scraps. They didn't even always use regular paper. Sometimes they used scraps of newspaper or catalogs. I don't know about you, I get a lot of things like that usually go in my recycle bin, but I could cut some scraps and use them in an illustration. So nice work, boys and girls. I know you're working hard at home, and let's go green.